Today's review is going to be on this 2017 Mitsubishi Lancer and the SE trim level. Now before we get into the review, I'd like to give a very big thanks out to Barbino Mitsubishi here in Hartford. They have to be one of the most helpful staff. They even cleaned this car all nice for me before I filmed it. Now here's the window sticker, and we do have a couple of options added onto the car. As you see up there, we have the wheel locks, and we also have an all-weather package which gives us the remote engine start, all-weather floor mats, and rear mud guards. So definitely good to have that package up here in New England. Now this particular Lancer that we're looking at today is finished in the beautiful rally red and is one of 6 color options. And the wheelbase stands at 103.7 inches. Okay, so now that we're towards the rear of the vehicle, we can go ahead and discuss the drivetrain options. So all Lancers with the 2-liter engine come standard with front-wheel drive, and all of the Lancers with a 2.4-liter engine come standard with all-wheel drive. Alright, so now let's get down into the nitty-gritty and check out the details. We can start here on the front. And we can start on the headlamps. Now the headlamps are a reflector halogen bulbs used for both your high and low beams. You also have your turn signals up there. And down below we have LED daytime running lights and some pretty nice fog lights. Pretty nice design down there too. I like the use of chrome on the grille. Very nice aggressive front end to this car. Alright, so coming down to the side, we have these really nice 18-inch rims. And the tires measure 215/45 up front. You got some nice black inserts in the pockets there, and then you have the machine color. See our wheel locks right there and a chrome center cap. Ventilated disc brakes up front. You have a side air vent there, which pretty much all Mitsubishi seem to have. Some nice turn signal mirrors. Really nice sort of dished out side sills there. You've gotten smart key entry on the door handles. You've gotten solid disc brakes back here. Your gas filler is on the driver's side. I do apologize for the wind noise today. It's pretty windy out. Pretty aggressive rear end of this car. I really like the tail lamps. You've got Mitsubishi spelled out right there, and then you also have your powertrain badging, all-wheel control. Third brake light, Mitsubishi emblem, and then your reverse camera. Trunk release right there. Lancer SE. And the SE is sort of a mid-level trim, so it's not the base and it's not the top end, it's right in the middle. Pretty nice car, I have to say. Alright, so let's go ahead and pop the hood. Now underneath the hood of the Lancer that we're checking out today is the upgraded 2.4-liter inline 4, and it produces 168 horsepower at 6,000 RPM and 167 pound-feet of torque at 4,200 RPM. Nice to see some metal. You have the intake up here. A relatively small engine cover. Wiper fluid. Got the battery over there as well. And the hood is held up by a prop.
Alright, so now let's go ahead and check out how the smart key entry system works. So you can basically unlock and lock the car without using the key fob, but it has to be on you or near the vehicle. But you can pretty much lock and unlock the car by just pressing this button right here. The car is unlocked right now, but all you have to do to lock it is press this button. it'll beep and lock the doors, but then if you want to get back in, you press that button again, it'll beep twice and the doors will unlock. Now this car does have the black fabric interior, and it's the only color choice. Some nice soft touch materials all the way up here. Nice piano black finishing right there. Padded armrest with a little bit of stitching right there. If your window switches, this driver switch is fully automatic. Lock, unlock, window lock, as well as your mirror controls. Now one of 6 speakers right here. Bottle holder and some nice storage. Now taking a look to the left of the dash, we have a little info button right there for your screen. Some more piano black. We also have the check control off button. And down here we have our hood release like you saw earlier. Nice dead pedal. And your pedals over there covered in rubber. So over here you have a trunk release and a fuel tank release. We also have hooks right here for your floor mats. 6-way manual seats. You have up and down right here, and then your backrest reclines with this right here, and then you also have back and forth with this bar right there. So now let's go ahead and get out of the wind, start it up, and check out the rest of the interior. So I do have the key fob for the vehicle, and it's a pretty nice key fob. It has a nice chrome Mitsubishi logo on the back. Then you have a release for your physical key, which is in the inside. And then on the other side, we have a lock, unlock, and a trunk release, as well as a panic alarm. So all you really need to do to start this car is have the key on the inside. And there's a little knob right here which you can turn. And it'll start the car right up. Alright, so let's go ahead and start off here on the steering wheel. Now it's not leather wrapped, but it's got a pretty nice texture to it. It's definitely not going to wear out or anything like that. It's a very durable feeling. Now over here we have all of our sort of media controls. We have an up down for the volume. We also have changing your stations and your mode. We have Bluetooth controls right here, so voice commands, pick up and hang up. We also have our cruise control right over here. And pretty nice metallic accents right over here and on the airbag cover. And taking a look behind the steering wheel, we have our lights over here. We have fog lights right here, our turn signals, and our high beams. And over here are our wipers. And the steering, just kind of moving it around it in the parking lot at a standstill, it's got a really nice feel to it. It's not, numb like a lot of the new electric power steerings are. Now taking a look up here at the gauges, we have some nice silver surrounds around the main gauges there. Now we have our RPMs and our speedometer over there. We also have coolant right over here and our gas gauge. We have an odometer and a trip A right there, which we can go ahead and click the info screen. Got a trip B, service reminders, a range, an average miles per gallon, average speed, and that's pretty much it. Now also over here we do have a gauge dimmer. So pretty nice upper dash. It feels like it's pretty much soft touch. Pretty nice.
And over here we have a 6.1 inch touchscreen. So this is pretty much our home screen right here, and we can go ahead and go through some of the features. Now, just playing around with it just a little bit, just to familiarize myself with it, because I'm new to Mitsubishis. It's very responsive, I have to say. It's one of the most responsive touchscreens that I've worked with. So let's go ahead and use the touchscreen. We have our audio stuff right here. Next, we have all of our settings and stuff, so let's go ahead and see what we can do there. We can turn the display off. We can also have the clock, all that kinds of stuff, but let's go ahead and press the radio button right there. So we have all of our presets over there. Media screen. You can also hook up your phone via the Bluetooth, which that'll tell us right there. We have seek, track, clock. It's set the clock. We also have a CD player right up there, and that's our home screen. And you could also get navigation in this car. You have a traditional volume knob, but I'm very happy to see that it's a knob, not some sort of weird swipe thing, touchscreen, I don't know. But we have a tune knob right over there as well. Some nice gloss accents over there. We have our hazards. Passenger airbag off. Single zone climate control down here. We have our temperatures right over here. We have recirculating rather. We also have our fan speeds, AC. We also have our front and rear defrost over here and all your different zones where you want the air to blow. So we have a little storage tray right there, which looks like it would have enough room for a cell phone. At least my phone, it's the iPhone 7. We have a 180 volt or 120 watt outlet right there. Really nice high gloss accents down here. And we do have a CVT transmission in this car. A 5-speed manual is actually available in the base model with the 2-liter engine. But for now we do have the CVT. Pretty nice gear selector with some nice bright accents. Let's put it in reverse and see what the backup camera looks like. So we have guidance lines. We also have neutral, drive, and your low mode. Make it up the hills. Putting it back into park, and there's no unlock button. So down here we have a toggle for your 2-wheel drive, 4-wheel drive, and lock, which is pretty awesome. You could actually switch between 2-wheel drive and 4-wheel drive. And when you're in 2-wheel drive, it's going to be front-wheel drive. So manual parking brake, awesome to see that. I don't really like the electronic parking brakes that much. Down here we have some pretty good sized cup holders. And we have 2-stage heated seats for both the driver and the passenger. Opening up your center console, you have a pretty good amount of space in here. You have a 12-volt power outlet. So pretty nice interior. Nothing super fancy, which is sometimes nice and refreshing for me. Now we have our mirror up here with a manual day and night mode. Some tap lights, some controls where if you want the lights to turn on with the doors. We also have some sun visors up here with a mirror. And those will extend to cover the side over here. Grab handle. Pretty nice headliner. It's definitely nice and soft. So now let's go ahead and grab the keys and check out the rear cabin of this car. So pretty nice back here too. You have some nice soft touch materials up here. Down here as well, where your arm's going to rest, you have a window switch, chrome door handle, and your lock is right there. You also have another speaker, again one of 6 speakers in this car. A little bit of storage down here. Let's go ahead and get in and see how much room I have. Now this front seat is a little bit far back to where I would normally sit. But I have a couple of inches of legroom, and I am around 5'10". You have a mat pocket back here. And despite the fact that it is an all-wheel drive car, it's not a really big drivetrain hump, which is pretty cool. So pretty nice back here. And even an armrest back here with a couple of cup holders, and it is very nice and soft. And the seats are pretty comfortable back here. We have a light up here, and a coat hook and a grab handle. So yeah, pretty comfortable back here. I wouldn't mind taking a trip in this car. So now let's go ahead and check out the front passenger space. Alright, so the passenger door does have that smart key entry like the driver's. I'm really liking this paint color. It's not a super bright red, but it's just perfect mix of bright red and a sort of maroon. So pretty much the same as the driver's door as far as the design goes. You have a lock-unlock window switch. Same piano black, pretty nice. Chrome door handle, a little bit of storage and a speaker. So 4-way adjustable seats here. The only thing you lose is the height adjustment. You can still go back and forth and recline there. So let's go ahead and hop in and check out the glove box. Very heavily dampened, as you can see, so you can definitely put a lot of stuff in there. Pretty good amount of space. It's some very nice soft plastic inside. Definitely have enough room for your owner's manuals. Alright, so let's go ahead and check out the trunk, but before we do that, I'd like to point out that there is 3 different ways to open the trunk. There's a little button that we're going to use right about there. There's also a button on the key fob and the lever on the inside. But we're going to use this little button right here. And it pops open the trunk like so. And we do have a pretty good amount of space in there. I believe it's right around 13 cubic feet. Some nice cutouts in there, so you can definitely make a good use of the space. Now we see our all-weather floor mats over here and our carpeted floor mats. You can also fold those seats down 60-40 to further expand our trunk space. And there is a little light up there. So let's go ahead and see what's underneath this mat here. And we do get a spare tire, which is great to see. A lot of new cars are coming out with the tire inflation kits nowadays. But it's nice to see a spare tire. Okay, so this car does have a 14.5 gallon fuel tank, and it has a traditional cap, which is nice to see. And with the all-wheel drive and a 2.4 liter engine, expect to see this car have a 23 city and 30 miles to the gallon on the highway. Nice to see that this is a lockable fuel tank as well. Okay, so to wrap up this video, I hope you've enjoyed your time with the Lancer just as much as I have. And make sure you stay with us for future in-depth reviews.